everyone, I'm Julia.
And I'm Christian.
Welcome to our video on coming out. Since we're focusing a bit on you today, do you want to talk about like your process of coming out after you like started identifying as trans?
Sure.
And it's still a process for you actually.
It is.
So you're not out to everyone yet.
No, I am actually, after this Thanksgiving, I'll be coming out to my mom.
Wait, so we start from the beginning, babe.
Okay. It was actually freshman year of college.
Okay.
I started going to LGBT org meetings on campus, and I was like, okay, this is new. I don't know. Okay, but maybe I'm just bisexual. Like, you know, no.
Because you definitely liked girls.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Wow. And then that just kind of was like, no. I like girls. Okay, I'm gay. That's what it is. So I never liked the term like lesbian for myself.
Okay.
And then I'm like, well, maybe I'm just genderqueer.
What does genderqueer mean, though?
So genderqueer means that I just don't identify with a gender. So instead of using he or she as a pronoun, I would use they.
So they, them,
and their. Correct.
And their.
Eventually, I was just like, no, I'm a guy. Always have been.
When you first came out to a friend, right? And he wasn't surprised. Like,
No.
like you came out to him like being all nervous and everything. And what was his reaction?
He already knew.
He already knew. He knew before you did.
Yep, which a lot of people did. So yeah, came out to one of my cousins. She was completely fine with it. Came out to another cousin about a year ago, and she was completely cool with it too. And I accidentally came out to my mom's sister, my aunt.
Wait, how does one accidentally come out?
So you see what happened was, we were in my closet of all places.
Why are you in the closet? Like the literal.
I wasn't out yet.
No, that's not what I meant. The literal closet, like a walk-in closet.
Yes,
A walk-in. You walked in the closet.
we walked in the closet because I was still in there. So no, she has very great organizational skills, and I was asking her to help me organize my closet so that way I can actually have room in my closet to walk in, and instead of just being like, let me battle through all these things everywhere. So we were in there, and she was just kind of asking me questions about like, oh, no wonder you don't like going home that much because you're sheltered too much and your mom doesn't really let you go do anything ever. And I was just like, oh yeah. I really hate it when she asks me questions about things that she doesn't want to know the answers to. Like, we all know she doesn't actually want to know the answer. Like, I would be single and she'd be like, do you have like a girlfriend or something? And it's like, we both know you don't actually want to know that answer.
Your mother is very old-fashioned, like
Extremely.
typical Hispanic culture and
Yes.
Catholic, very Catholic.
But when I came out to her as gay, she stopped talking to me for about 6 or 8 months. After that, it took about another 6 or 8 months or so for her to even start saying that she loved me again. So we'd like be on the phone and I would say, okay, Mom, I love you. And she'd be like, okay, goodbye.
She still loved you, but do you think she was going through like a process of
I think she was going through a
wrapping her
process
mind around what was going on?
and accepting it. I mean, she always knew, but it's one of those, unless your child says it, it's not real. So,
Which seems to be the case with a lot of people in the LGBTQ community when they come out to their parents. Like, I feel like a lot of the time the parents already know or suspect, but it's different when you actually hear it.
right, because then it's like, oh, it's real now. It's out of the dark. It's real.
Yeah. Out of the
So-
closet. You kind of derailed a bit though. Like,
We did.
back to your aunt.
Back to my aunt.
In the closet.
In the closet
You
with
both
me.
were in the closet reorganizing shit.
And I was like, yeah, you know, she asked me questions about things that we both know she doesn't want to know the answers to. And so I was like, oh, well, what else does she ask you? If you don't mind me asking. And I'm like, oh, see, there you go. And I was like, well, you know, she'll make jabs like, what do you want to be, like a boy or something? And my aunt said, and these are exact words, just tell me you want to be a boy. So in my head, I'm like, wait, what? You knew? And she's like, wait, what? And I'm like, oh, god damn it. She was like, what? And I was just like, surprise. Oh, but she took it really well. She's very supportive, and she's actually coming up this weekend. And
Well, why is she coming up? Where is she coming up from?
from Puerto Rico. We're Puerto Rican. and she's gonna spend a couple weeks with my mom, and then she's gonna go up to be with her daughter, who's in Maryland, who is having a baby.
Oh, baby.
Baby.
Oh, baby.
So she is actually gonna help me. Yeah, I know.
She's stealing my purse.
She's a little thief. She's actually gonna help me come out to my mom this weekend.
Who, Lyra?
I wish.
But it's like, this might be upsetting for you, so here's a ferret to hold.
Ferret, yeah.
While this happens.
Yeah. So I will be coming out to my mom this weekend as trans.
And so your aunt already knew.
My aunt already knows.
You accidentally came out of the closet, literally. And your aunt's been very supportive.
Oh, extremely supportive. Mm-hmm. Like, she keeps saying that she'll always be there no matter what.
So since she's gonna be in town for Thanksgiving, visiting from Puerto Rico, she's gonna kind of like help you come out to your mom. Like, she'll offer that support.
Exactly.
You don't know how it's gonna fall out with your mom.
No, I'm preparing for the worst, hoping for the best. I'd like to think that eventually she'll come around, but time will tell. And I will keep you all updated as to how that plays out.
And why are you coming out to your mom now? Like, why do you feel ready, or do you feel a need? Like, why are you coming out to her?
So it's been something I've been putting off for a while. The reason why I am is because it's time. You know, I'm working. I pay for all my bills now. It's just time.
Like, you're an adult.
I'm an adult now, and I've been putting myself off for too long. It's time for me to think about myself. I can't live a lie anymore.
But it seems like your mom, she already has an idea, because she's bought you like boxers.
She has.
From like the men's department, men's cologne.
She's bought me men's cologne, she's bought me men's polos.
She probably already knows.
I think she knows, but again, once I tell her, it's real.
Yeah.
So if I'm with my aunt in town, that'll help her talk about it, and maybe then she can accept it.
When you first told her about me, this is around the time you're graduating, so like early May.
Mm-hmm.
How did she react? Because you were expecting the worst and hoping for the best.
Mm-hmm.
And you told her like the week before graduation, and she was gonna obviously be there when you walked.
Yeah.
So you wanted to give her like a heads up that I'm dating this redhead.
Beautiful.
Stop.
No.
But like, you were worried.
I was.
And understandably so. She had never met any of your previous partners.
Correct.
But what actually happened?
Of course, when I initially told her, she was like, "Oh my God, why are you doing this to me?" Blah blah blah, making it about her.
And you told her first on the phone.
Yes, I told her on the phone. I called her because I'm hours away. Initially, she didn't take it, but I was like, "Look, you know, Julia is very important to me, and so are you, and I want you both there at my graduation."
It's important to you.
It was very important to me, and my godmother was also coming up, who already knew about Julia and was completely cool with it, of course.
And she's adorable, by the way. Can I just say that? Your godmom is like the cutest little thing.
Yeah, she is. But yeah, she was like, "You know what, I'll see you on Saturday with your godmother." I'm like, okay. So they came and she met Julia, and it went really well, actually. She invited Julia to come have dinner with us.
Yeah, she was like really nice. You already came out to her a couple of years ago as gay, which is, as far as she knows, that's what you still identify as.
Correct.
So she already has processed that.
Right.
So I feel like meeting me was like a good step. It normalized it.
It did. It also helped that we weren't all over each other that day. Because that would have been like her getting like a slap in the face.
But that's something that like cis straight couples do anyway. Like, you don't want to make out with your partner in front of your parents. Like, that's
exactly.
Like, I feel like there's always a level of respect. Like, or there should be anyway. That's how you act in front of your partner's parents, especially when you meet them for the first time.
I mean, I did the same when I met your parents.
Yeah, and my parents were also surprisingly chill with it. Like, I've never had a trans partner before, and so part of my like initial like nervousness dating you was, how is my family gonna handle this? I was nervous, but they were actually like, their main concern is, what does he do? What's his profession? Like,
yeah.
So what do you do for a living, kind of thing? Like, they didn't care at all that you were trans. Actually, they were more concerned of like what your job was and income and like,
what are your plans?
What are your plans for the future?
Typical parent
Yeah,
things.
like my parents were very chill about it. Which
Yeah, they
was
seem
a
to like me
pleasant
now.
surprise. Oh, I think they always liked you because when they first met you, like you guys got along really well.
Yeah, I told your dad his jokes to himself, so you know.
My dad loves hearing his own jokes regurgitated back at him.
Yes.
Like I don't know, it makes him feel even funnier that, oh, you know that joke I always tell. It's like a random question like, oh, do cows actually die when they fall? Like really stupid questions that you end up like bickering with someone over, like a debate. And it's ridiculous because of today's technology, like why? So just the whole Google it thing. So
Right.
my dad's response to questions like that, rather than arguing over it, is, oh, if only we had a magical box that could answer all of our secrets and questions. You know, like
Yeah.
a typical dad joke. Like it's so sarcastic, and you're like, Dad, please.
Yep. So your mom asked something, I think, that.
It was just one of those random like questions. Like,
And
oh.
so I answered saying, if only we had this magical box that would tell us all the answers. He died.
D-E-D, dead.
Dead. It was, yeah.
And so it made my dad so happy hearing his own joke, because you already are a sucker for dad jokes.
Yeah.
Like you're such a dad. So my parents never had a problem like when they met you.
No, they were
At all.
really, yeah, they were nice.
Yeah, we did the typical like going out to dinner sort of thing, and you know, it was very traditional, I feel like. Like that was also something that threw my parents in for a tailspin, because I feel like in the media they always portray like queer people and the LGBTQ community in general as almost like a novelty, you know, and we're just people, you know. My parents like were very religious people. They're a little less so now that they're older. Like they've kind of toned down a bit, which I feel like people either get more religious as they get older, or the opposite, they get a little more laid back.
Right.
You know, and my parents are kind of getting more laid back as they age. So like it was healthy for them and eye-opening to see that like we're just people. We're not a novelty. We're not quote unquote weird. We're just two people in love.
We're happy. That's all that really matters.
We're happy, like, and we're not hurting anyone by being together, like. But I think it was healthy for my parents to see that. Going back on the original topic of this whole video in general, like, I'm completely out to my family and friends. It's just part of my identity. It's part of who I am. Like, straight people don't go like, oh, I identify as straight. I'm straight. Like, it's not really a thing for me. It's just like, yeah, I'm bi. I'm dating a trans guy. Like, it's very normalized in my situation.
Yeah.
But for you, you're still in that process
Right.
of coming out to like your mom and certain family members. Lyra, are you pooping on the floor?
She peed.
She just pissed on the. This is part of a thing with having ferrets. They don't. They pee wherever they want, and it's not like a dog where when they make an accident on the floor, they usually like almost always feel guilty. They're like, oh, I did it. No, I just couldn't hold it anywhere.
She doesn't care.
She doesn't care. She's like, yeah, I had to go.
Yep.
Ferrets give no.
Nope.
So this is like almost a video series or a video diary. So you're gonna have updates on like your coming out process to family and certain people in your life, like your mother. We'll keep you guys updated, and like if anyone has any questions, just shoot them our way.
Yeah, send us some comments.
Since I'm already like out to like everyone in my life, how do I support you through this process?
Oh, you already know the answer to that.
I know the answer, but what if other people in a cis-trans relationship have?
Well, every trans person's gonna be different.
Yeah.
The best advice I can give as a trans guy is to ask your partner what they need, what they expect. As for me, Julia knows that I just expect her to be there for me. Whether it's I'm calling her upset, or I just need to be held, or we need to go out and do something to distract me. Go out to eat seems to be a thing I have to do.
Food is our coping mechanism.
Food is a big coping.
And we both do it when we have like a rough day. We're like, you know what? Let's just go to Red Lobster. Let's do like the food thing.
The food thing.
The food thing. So
Yes.
we're stress eaters, which we're working on. We got a lot of stuff coming your way. We got plans for you peeps.
Got a lot of things coming. Another thing we're gonna do is Q&A videos, whether it's to us individually or to us as a couple. Feel free to send comments, or
questions, comments, just let us know.
Just let us know. We'll make a little series on just Q&A. For tips or questions on how
Just
being
tips.
a cis-trans.
Just the tip.
Just the tips. Yes. Being a cis-trans couple. What are you doing?
I'm moving my eyebrows.
Okay. Like and subscribe.
Subscribe!